One of the most common problems and challenges that entrepreneurs face, that people face, I believe, is overwhelm. It's one of the things that comes up as like, what am I going to go do next? Today's topic is about obliterating overwhelm. I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. All right. How do you obliterate overwhelm? It started with an O, so I used that as the title for today. I think we all fall into this. Our phones are buzzing 17,000 times a day. We've got a million places we could put our energy. There's social media we could and should be doing here, there, and everywhere. You know, how do you know what to do next? And oftentimes we have a big to-do list. I don't know about your to-do list, man, but my to-do list is gigantic and it grows every day. And how do you get away from this overwhelm? If you're running your own business, forget about it. Now you got people you got to manage and other expectations from clients, and there's just so much stuff, and you get overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. And here's what happens. We get confused. We can get confused. We're like, we have too many options. We only have 24 hours in a day, and there's all these things we could and should be doing. What should you put your focus and attention on? And oftentimes, our focus and attention is on the things that we shouldn't be focused on. We move to things that are distractions. We move to things that to just take us away. That's why I think we do all the drugs and all the alcohol and get distracted by the next Netflix special because we want to put our attention somewhere. And it's just we want to have some kind of reward somewhere, so we'll do something. But I want to help you with this strategy today. I believe all of this overwhelm and all of this confusion can be shifted with these three pieces I'm going to give you. Now, when I went to my first Tony Robbins event years ago, he shared, people would stand up in the audience and say, Tony, thank you for sharing what you just shared, but I am confused. Now, this is my first observation of what I'm about to share with you in action. So what Tony did is he transformed the meaning of confusion from something negative into something positive. So what he would do is instead of going down the sob story path that this person asks their question about and said, oh, I'm confused, he didn't go down that path. Instead, what he did is he said he would cheer for them about them being confused. He would say, ladies and gentlemen, she's confused! And he'd raise his hands up in the air. And then he would get everybody in the audience, music would start playing, and everybody would start clapping their hands. And what he did is in the past, this person would say they were confused, and they'd be upset about it. Like you and I probably get upset and overwhelmed and confused, and we're upset. We're like, shit, another day just went by, another week just went by, another month just went by, and I'm overwhelmed, and I got too much stuff to do, and then when I got too much stuff to do, I don't know about you, but I want to take a nap. I want to go watch TV. I want to go do something that's going to take me out of this pain because I'm not sure what to do. So here's what Tony did, and my first step to you is to celebrate your confusion and overwhelm. Transform the meaning of it. See, what Tony helped us discover that day was that when you're confused, you're ready to learn something. Like it's finally opening the door for you to make a shift. And so if you're overwhelmed, and this is a pattern that's been going on for you for a long time, you could beat yourself up about it, but that kind of sucks. It's going to suck for you, it's going to suck for the people you hang out with, and you're not going to be in a very empowered state after you've done that, because you're kind of beating yourself up. And it's fine to use pain, man, I like using pain, but for the most part here, baby, just celebrate the fact that you're confused and overwhelmed, because if you can just recognize it and tell the truth, you're now at the stage finally where you can do something about it. And then I move into step number 2. And I remember the story that, again, Tony Robbins told me about General Schwarzkopf. And what he told me was a story about when General Schwarzkopf was just a private and he was an assistant to a general. He was working really hard trying to do good in the armed forces, whatever that means. And he was following the general around, and he saw this general make a really difficult decision that had taken years of scientists and reports and all these charts and graphs and stuff. And this general looked at the content, looked at the two options that he had, and he made a definitive decision. He's like, this is the right way. He looked at all their information, he let them give all their reports, and they'd been fretting about this question for years. And General Schwarzkopf, who was not a general at the time, was watching his mentor make this decision, analyze the options, and then pick. And he picked with absolute certainty one of the two options. Let's say he picked option A. And then everybody left the room, and the private at the time, General Schwarzkopf, said to his mentor, how on earth did you choose? How did you know the right one? And his mentor told him he had absolutely no idea. What he did know is that choosing nothing was just going to go ahead and cause them a lot of pain. It had already taken years to get this to this stage. And he said, one of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to have chosen right, and this will all work, and everything's going to win. Or I'll have chosen wrong, and within a short period of time, we'll now know that we chose wrong, and then we can move on to the other thing. But I know that not making a decision is still making a decision. So what I remember is that fast action equals fast results. So even if you choose something wrong, choose something. So that's my second go-to. You're overwhelmed? Well, first thing you want to do, overwhelmed or confused, celebrate it. You're overwhelmed. Yay, you're about to learn something. Now you get to look at all of your options and choose something. Choose the best thing. Choose the hardest thing. Choose the thing that you're scared to choose. Choose something, because fast action equals fast results. And if you're worried about the email you should write, just write something. If you're worried about the video you should make, just make something. If you're worried about what business to start, just start some business. Because along the path of making the wrong decision, you will probably find the right one. And don't do what you did frickin' yesterday, man. Because if yesterday didn't get you the results that you want today, then you need to do something different. Which gets us into the third step, which is you need coaching. You need help and support. You need a community. You need a mentor to talk to ask for advice. You need a community of people you can talk to so you can commiserate with them and be like, hey, man, I'm trying this. I'm not sure it's working. I know it worked for my mentor, for my coach. It told me to go do this thing, but I need some help. And so it's really nice to have that combination of coaching from a mentor and also a community of people you can chat with who are on the same journey, which is why I designed my entire business right now is around a community. When people join my business for either mentoring from me when I help them with books or help them with business, they get their coaching and consulting and mentoring from me. And then they will get community and coaching and consulting and commiseration and help and support from the community. I very rarely do private one-on-one calls anymore. Those are pretty expensive to do with me. I price them in such a way so that only people that really want to pay the extra money can go ahead and will hire me for that. And I would love to give them that help. But the problem is it's just me and them. The real value comes from when I can connect with the group. And whether that's at my events or that's in my course or my mentoring program, and I have a 6-month program and a 12-month program that I work with people and I mentor them. But what I do is I do it in a format that they can connect with one another, and they create a community. And I'm joining communities that are like that. And if you have not done that yet, baby, then you need to do this. So if you are confused and overwhelmed and not sure what to do, you're basically scared. You're fearful of making the wrong decision. And I'm telling you, I get it. I'm there in a lot of ways, in a lot of different areas of my life, and I'm doing everything I can right now to follow this process myself, to be more specific, and just to take fast action, and to do something versus nothing. On the posts that I make, on the podcast that I create for you, on the courses that I'm going to create, the books that I'm writing, the people that I'm going to interview, the phone calls that I'm going to make. And instead of me just being willy-nilly about it and just going, I don't know, maybe I'll just choose this, I chose to hire people as my coaches, consultants, and mentors to support me in making sure I have clarity. See, the opposite of confusion is clarity, knowing specifically what to go do. So when I'm looking for my right clients, I'm looking for people who are committed, coachable, and cool. Are they committed? Are they coachable? And are they cool? So if you're committed, coachable, or cool, and you'd like some support with your book and or business, give me a shout out. Right now, my app you can download for free and put that on your phone. You just text message my first name, Trevor, to 36260. Again, that number is 36260. Put my app on your phone and download some of my cool stuff. I've got some couple books I give away. You can follow me on in a lot of places on social media. Reach out to me, ask for some questions, some help, and let me go ahead and support you in some way. I want you to make today magnificent. Your job and the whole purpose of Greatness Quest is to help me and to help you, to help everybody that wants to plug into this to become our best. That's my challenge for you today. Become your best. Oh, let me see. I got to give you an actual challenge. Let me see. What am I going to give you for a challenge? You know what? I say plan this out. Do this. Write down these 3 steps in your success journal. So here's my challenge for you today. Write down these 3 steps in your success journal. If you're confused or overwhelmed, then number 1, you want to celebrate. Number 2, you want to go into fast action. Number 3 is you want to find some coach or mentor to go ahead and support you so that you can not just make the first step, but you finish. I don't want you to start as much as I want you to finish. But you can't finish if you don't get started. So don't be scared, but reach out and get some help. If I'm the right source for you, then reach out to me. I guess step number 2 in this challenge would be find a mentor or coach that you can follow, that you can go ahead and take their advice. And if you want to hire them, I think that that's the best choice. Find out what they sell, buy their biggest thing from them so you can get their most value and most support. And they can help you with their biggest transformation if you just invest in them. And if you're in a position where you can't afford that right now, then go follow their books, their programs, their courses, their videos, their whatever it is, and apply as much of it as possible and see if you can create some results. If you can create some results with their stuff, then that might be a good person for you to hire. Because if their free stuff gave you a lot of value, then you might appreciate hiring them and getting their personalized help to make sure they take you to the next level. That's all I got for you today. I want you to make today magnificent, and I'll see you tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.